Should you have a board? And if so, what kind of board should it be? So, if you're a private company, whether you're a startup, you're a family held business, or private equity owned, a board is an important consideration. 75% of those with a board have a fiduciary board versus an advisory board. Does not mean you give up control. The board, of course, has rights, but if you're the majority, if not the only shareholder, you still have control fundamentally, and the board will mostly act as an advisor. But the reason for that fiduciary board is sort of the responsibility and accountability that goes both ways in terms of a real partnership. Advisory boards are very easy to ignore, especially when you need them the most. You're kind of heads down, focused on crisis of the day, and you don't lean into that board because they don't have any rights in that advisory board model. When you have a fiduciary board, they get involved, they get invested, they get engaged because they have to. It's part of their legal responsibility and more responsibility. Now, how much does a board cost? Well, the average board is 7 members. Start looking at compensation, it's about $200,000 a year is sort of the median target for privately held boards. That's a small number when if you're a brand new startup and you just raised $250,000 a year or $250,000, that's a lot of money. But if you're an operating business, if you're on trying to scale, trying to grow, that's a small cost even on a cash basis relative to the amount of advice, guidance, accountability, and sort of broad perspective that you get. So don't look at it about whether you need it as a leader, as a founder, as a CEO, as a family member. Look at the decisions, actions, and strategies that you have. Look at whether they deserve the best advice and counsel that they can get.